Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to configure your dbt Cloud to work seamlessly with VS Code. And if you have some projects configured for dbt Core and some configured for dbt Cloud, I'll also show you how to switch between these two different modes of dbt Cloud or Core very easily. In order to enable this functionality, there are two things that we need to do. Number one, we need to install Power User extension. So go in your VS Code, go to this Your Extensions tab, and search for Power User. You will find an extension which is named Power User for dbt Core by Ultimate AI. It works with dbt Cloud also, trust me, has about 150,000 downloads. Go ahead and click the install button here. I have the extension already installed. That's why it's showing me on install options, etc. Now, once the extension is installed, you need to add Ultimate AI API key in your VS Code to make the integration work flawlessly. In order to do that, click on this website, go to www.ultimateai, sign up for a free service by clicking on this Start for Free button. It will present you a sign up form. Just sign up, log in, and in that SaaS instance, if you go to Settings API key, you are going to find information about your API key as well as your instance name. We need to put this information in the VS Code. So go ahead, copy that API key by clicking the copy button. Go in VS Code, click on this cogwheel, choose settings, and then just search for ultimate settings that the extension sort of surfaces. Go there in Ultimate AI key field, copy and put this key. And for the instance name, go back to your settings API key area, copy the instance name that you have in your instance, and put that instance name there as well. Don't use these keys and instance name. This is going to be deleted, but use your own key and instance name. Once you add this in settings, you are ready to use dbt Cloud with your VS Code. So now in my environment here, I have a Jaffa Shop project. It's already configured for dbt Core. And once you have extension installed, there is this small status window where it will show you which mode you are in. So right now I'm in dbt Core. It will also show you a tick mark that means it could detect the dbt binary correctly in your particular environment for that Python also. Now let's say I want to work on a project that's configured for dbt Cloud. On my computer, there is a project named a Tuva project, which is configured for dbt Cloud. So I'm going to open up that project. Now the extension is going to show me still loading. What's the status? Okay, showing me dbt Core is not installed, which is okay. This project I have configured for dbt Cloud. As you can see here, let me close this. So the name is Jaffle Shop. For some reason, I have put it like that, and it's configured for dbt Cloud. So now I want to switch to dbt Cloud. So what I have to do is click on this small status window, which is saying dbt Core is not installed. And then the top drawer opens up and I'm going to choose switch to dbt Cloud. So as soon as I choose that, it's showing me, hey, switching to dbt Cloud requires reloading the VS Code window. Any unsaved changes will be lost. So I don't have any unsaved changes. I just opened it. So I'm going to just hit confirm. And then the extension will reload the VS Code window and it will change the mode to dbt Cloud, which is going to show up here in few seconds. So as you can see, now it's telling me, hey, I switched the mode to dbt Cloud, but dbt Cloud is not installed. The message that is popping up is please ensure dbt Cloud CLI is installed, and it's also giving me an option to install it. So I'm going to click here, install dbt Cloud. Once I click it, what extension is going to do is it's going to download latest Cloud CLI package and install it in this particular environment. Once it is installed, it is going to automatically parse everything and trying to figure out whether the binary has been installed correctly. So you can see the mode is dbt Cloud now. Tick mark is there. That means it detected dbt Cloud CLI also perfectly fine. Now, once this is done, just to make sure, you want to quickly run a setup wizard to sort of confirm that your environment is configured in a right way. So click here on dbt Cloud, go in Setup Extension and start right from the beginning, which is just saying, hey, welcome to Power User Setup. Select your Python interpreter. Right now I have it selected as 3.9.18. I click on the button, select that again because I know it's working okay. But for some reason, if your Python environment that you want to choose is something else, is not working right for you, you can choose other Python environments also. So choose that Python environment. The next step that you need to do is, after Python environment has been selected, is associate the file types. So for the extension to work correctly, you need to associate any .sql files to Jinja SQL value or any .yaml files to Jinja YAML. So for that, click on associate file types. As you can see, I have those values configured already, but in your VS Code, if that's not configured, just click on add item, star.yaml, and then the value should be Jinja-YAML. Same thing for SQL. Get these values added because then extension will start recognizing your models, etc. configuration files perfectly. So I'm going to close these settings. Now go to the next step after the file association is done, which is validate project setup. To validate everything is set up correctly, again, just click a button. The prompt will come up. Hey, do you want to validate this project? Jaffle Shop is saying Jaffle Shop because in my YAML in cloud it's named Jaffle Shop. This will run the command dbt environment show inside the project. Do you want to continue? Yes, of course. I want to make sure the project is done right. And here it will print all the configuration. This looks right. And then I can see what is the environment ID, all the other information, where is the dbt cloud project IDs, account IDs. Everything looks okay. And then the last step is you finish the setup. If you have any issues, you can find us in dbt workspace, in Slack workspace, tools dbt power user Slack channel. You can message us there, or you can message us in the chat bot also for Ultimate AI. So this is how the configuration is done. As you saw, I switched to a different project, got the dbt cloud configured. Now let's say if I want to work on my dbt core project, I open my project. Let's say it's a Jaffle Shop. Then let it load, and let's see what the extension shows on the status. So dbt core, I'm in the right section. If you need to switch it, you can switch it by switching project, or if the same project, if you have configured to work with core and cloud, you can do that as well. But the most important thing is always pay attention to the status window. It will tell you whether you are in dbt core mode or dbt cloud mode. So in this way, you can make your dbt cloud work seamlessly with VS Code. Now, what I'm going to show you is, after all this setup, if something is not working correctly, how to identify the issues. So let's go back to our dbt cloud project, the Tua project, right? And I'm going to intentionally mess up something here. So let me open up my dbt project YAML. There is a project ID for dbt cloud. I'm going to just mess up the number. Save it. Looks like dbt cloud. It's okay. Let me reload the window. The first and foremost thing that you want to check if you suspect that your configuration is not right is the Problems tab in your VS Code. There it will show you what might be the possible errors are. Here I just changed the project ID. So it's showing me, hey, dbt cloud YAML does not contain a project definition with project ID this, obviously, because the right number is this. So I'm going to change it back again and save it. So you'll find a bunch of problems very easily here. Second thing you can do is you can run the diagnostic also. The way to run diagnostic is, if you are on Mac, hit Command Shift P to open that command panel from the top. If you're on Windows, hit Windows Shift P and start typing and looking for diagnostics. You'll find a command, dbt power user diagnostic information. Hit that, and then basically dbt power user will analyze your environment, whether it's dbt core or cloud, and it will print bunch of information here, or if there are any issues, it will print it here also. If nothing works out, definitely don't forget to check our documentation. So the documentation is available at docs.myultimate.com. You go in the setup section, check required configuration, install the extension section, check optional configuration also, which will show you how to set up environment variables, etc. if that is needed in your particular environment. And if nothing works out, take this diagnostic information and share it with us over a Slack channel. We are pretty active in DBT Slack workspace, so look for Tools DBT Power User channel. You can share your information, diagnostic information there, or you can also reach out to us, the extension developers, by going into Ultimate AI and where is my instance? Clicking on this chat window and just send us a message here with your diagnostic information, and we'll do our best effort to help you out. Okay, so that's all. This is how you use your DBT Cloud seamlessly with VS Code. Thank you so much.